What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Stank815. Stank815. And I'm back with another video. Y'all new to that channel, man. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification, turn on notifications so you can turn up with me, because we going in on these celebrities, man. Yeah, Terri, she has some words to say about Steve Harvey. And we definitely gonna get into it. Y'all know I ain't no Steve Harvey fan. I never been a Steve Harvey fan. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. This is just my opinion of Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey, if you ever get this is my opinion of you. You is a Uncle Tom. People know what Uncle Tom is. That's what you is to me, Steve Harvey. You phony, you fake, you definitely ain't for the culture, man. You sit here, write these phony books trying to downplay black man and mans and stuff like that, man. I don't respect Steve Harvey, man. Forget Steve Harvey. Go in on him. Man, y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all smash some comments and let me know how y'all feel about Steve Harvey. Like I said, I ain't no Steve Harvey fan. I've never been a Steve Harvey fan. I never will. Let's get into it.
I think people should be who they are, and God makes everybody a little different.
A dude, I don't give a damn what you say.
Hold on to your hats, folks. In a fresh chat with Comedy Hype, Silver Screen star Terri Vaughan dropped some scalding insights about the ever-so-familiar Steve Harvey. According to her, Steve's overly self-assured demeanor is not a new development.
At all. He's still that same guy. Steve's always been cocky. Always. The conversations me, him, Wendy used to have on set, it's the same shit.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Secret Life Channel. Steve Harvey's roller coaster career is no news. Peaks of fame followed by troughs of obscurity. But here's the tea. Vaughan suggests that Steve's recent stints might not be hitting the same chords they once did.
I mean, he's still that same smart Steve. He's still that. But now you're also seeing another side of him that he never had to show you.
Now, here's where things get juicier. Word on the street is that Steve has a touch of the diva in him. Recall the 2022 edition of the Smartless podcast. Kenan Thompson didn't shy away from spilling the beans about his tryst with Mr. Harvey. The chat took a hilarious turn when hosts Jason Bateman, Sean Hayes, and Will Arnett began discussing Kenan's laugh-out-loud impersonation of the famed host.
All right, I got to take some time to address this here.
Will Arnett didn't hesitate to declare Steve's portrayal as one of Kenan's finest. However, Kenan, our Nickelodeon hero, had some tidbits to share, revealing a smidge of backstage drama he let out. Steve Harvey didn't love it in the beginning. I know him, so he would definitely send messages through mutual friends or just through the press, like, tell the little fat boy to knock it off. But you think that deterred Kenan. Think again. Instead of backing off, he took things up a notch, tailing Steve's every move, especially when Steve took a leap into ventures like Little Big Shots. Kenan's audacious declaration was, I never stop. He went on, as soon as he does something, whenever he steps away from Family Feud and does something else, I'm on that too. If you're on the radar, you're on the radar. Now, lest you think this is all new, let us remind you that this isn't the first time Kenan opened up about Steve's reactions. In a sit-down with The Hollywood Reporter back in July 2020, Kenan shed some light on Steve's evolving feelings about the mimicry. He shared Steve wasn't overly excited about it in the beginning, but he grew to love it, adding the delightful tidbit. He told me in different ways, or he'd say it on his radio show, and then people would call me and be like, hey, Steve Harvey's talking about you this morning on the radio. And I'd be like, all right, well, I'm sure he'll settle down once he realizes that I'm not attacking him. Moving further back, fans might recall Kenan's memorable stint as Junior on the Steve Harvey Show from I-96 to 98. Flash forward to 2017, and the two were trading jabs on Steve's talk show. Steve jested, you don't know the phone calls you put in my life, continuing with, man, stay. Eve, did you see Kenan last night? I didn't see Kenan last night. Boy, he did your last night. And the tales of their camaraderie don't stop there. Kenan recounted a recent run-in during a shoot. I just saw Steve when we were shooting Bring the Funny. He was next door filming Family Feud. Kenan shared, I sat with him, and he said, you better watch yourself. I've cherished my bond with Steve for years. Steve, always one for playful bravado, commented on Extra, "We all know Kenan's career is alive and well because of me. I want to kick his but it's hilarious. I tell Kenan to send half his paycheck my way since I'm half the reason he's around." All this banter might be masking something. A leaked memo from Steve to his staff sent shockwaves through Tinseltown. In it, he wrote, "My security team will stop everyone from standing at my door or who have the intent to see or speak to me. I want all the ambushing to stop now. That includes TV staff. You must schedule an appointment." Instead of apologies, Steve stood firm, citing disturbances. He lamented, "I couldn't even have lunch without someone barging in." He continued, "Many here are respectful, but a few started taking liberties. I've always been approachable, but there are limits. It seems the glitter of fame has its shadows." Steve himself described this feeling as a prison. "I just didn't want to be in this prison anymore, where I had to be in this little room, scared to go out and take a breath of fresh air without somebody approaching me. So I wrote the letter," he confessed. Seems like he's not planning to mend his ways anytime soon, huh? But wait, there's more. Steve's no stranger to controversy, and he's not walking on eggshells, not even in the workplace. He refuses to budge, saying he can pretty much get away with anything. Oh, the audacity. What's worse, he's got a storied history of inappropriate conduct that's more than just a one-time memo. If you think this is a one-off, think again. Steve's got a rap sheet of offensive commentary. The man's been called out for bigoted remarks ranging from racist to homophobic. Believe it or not, he's gone so far as to mock a book called How to Date a White Woman, a practical guide for Asian men. Asian communities were quick to label his jest as flat-out hypocritical.
Flat out. But in the court of public opinion, it don't matter.
Eddie Huang wasn't having it either. He pointed out Steve's readiness to bring down Asian men, despite having the perfect platform to uplift marginalized voices in his own community. And if that weren't enough, he's also been throwing outdated views on gender roles around. Steve's openly said all men are just waiting for that one intimate moment with their female friends. Eye roll, right? Oh, and let's not forget his cringe-inducing interaction with Ernie Hudson. We had a great time, even though Steve Harvey was annoying. My youngest son is very soft-spoken, and Steve was kind of making fun of his voice. I'm sitting there, don't show that you're getting annoyed. I will knock him out, Ernie reminisced. And for those who thought Steve could take a step back and reflect, think again. He's shown a complete disregard for consent. When probed on how to decline unwanted advances, Steve gave a rather dismissive answer, suggesting that a man's interest is, well, unstoppable. So there you have it. The facade is off, and what's revealed isn't pretty. Steve Harvey seems like a man who isn't about to change his stripes. For all his relationship advice and controversial views, especially with gender stereotypes peppered into his comedy, he's had a rocky romantic life. Isn't it just dripping with irony that Mr. Relationship Guru has a past checkered with tales of infidelity? The Springs recently filled Twitter with claims of Marjorie's alleged affair with Steve's security detail.
Who is Marjorie cheating with? Allegedly. The bodyguard.
Can you believe the chit-chat? It suggests Marjorie is looking for a whopping $200 million divorce payout after her supposed dalliance with their bodyguard and chef. Oh, the drama! But let's roll back the timeline a bit. In the 80s, Steve married Marcia Harvey, just as he was becoming the comedic sensation we know. Fast forward a few years, tensions arose, and after 3 kids, they called it quits in 1994. Yet buzz has it that Steve had cozied up with Mary Shackelford a tad too soon. To marry his second wife from 1996 to 2005 hinted that Steve's eyes wandered to Marjorie while they were still hitched. As if that's not enough, Steve's thrown shade at atheists, calling them out, stating,
Well, an atheist is someone who doesn't quite believe that there is somebody out there, some God out there.
Well then, to me you're an idiot.
Wow, Steve, tell us how you really feel. Moving on to more worldly matters. Did you know Steve once had beef with an aircraft company? Yep, in 2015, he got tangled in a legal mess with Business Aircraft Leasing Inc. They claimed our guy wanted to live at large with a personalized Gulfstream jet. $400,000 worth of upgrades were demanded, from seat removals to posh interior touches. But guess what? Steve supposedly ducked out on the full payment. They even said he'd verbally committed to leasing it for a cool $97,000 monthly after all the makeovers. The plot thickens, but in the end, they reached an agreement with one of Steve's companies, One World Aviation, and the suit evaporated.
Dogs don't bark at parked cars. They only bark at a car that's moving.
From romance to private jets, Steve Harvey's tales are truly larger than life. But we've got to wonder, what's next on the horizon for this multifaceted celeb? Following the unfolding drama, fans swarmed to YouTube to give their 2 cents on the controversial Steve Harvey matter. Their opinions are as diverse as they are passionate, offering a multifaceted insight into public perception. The proverbial phrase echoed in one comment: same people you meet on your way up, you'll meet them coming back down. Believe that serves as a poignant reminder that karma tends to make a full circle. This user seems to hint that Steve's past actions might be catching up with him. Such philosophies often strike a chord in the world of stardom, where rises and falls are a public spectacle. Another fan pulled back the curtain, asserting, "This is only a snippet of what the public knows about him. I believe that he and his wife have some mean and cunning manners. He reminds me of a swindler." This comment showcases the skepticism some have towards celebrities. Steve's portrayed image versus the rumored reality seems to be a point of contention, with the latter painting him in a cunning light. It's always intriguing to notice how some viewers perceive just the tip of the iceberg, believing there's much more bubbling beneath the surface. On the flip side, not everyone is taking a swipe at Steve. A fan came to his defense by targeting his detractors, particularly singling out Terri, stating, "Terri is bitter because her career came to a standstill. I've seen other interviews of her, and she comes off as bitter." Here we see a clear division in fan loyalties, suggesting that perhaps some of the negative press might stem from envy or personal vendettas. Lastly, summing up the whirlwind surrounding Steve, another comment declared, "Is this the beginning of the end for Steve? Wow, he's got a lot going on." The exclamation strikes a balance, neither explicitly siding with or against Steve, but pointing out the undeniable, the sheer magnitude of controversies circling him. It's a question, perhaps rhetorical, that many might be pondering. Is Steve's empire on shaky grounds? Diving deep into these comments, it's clear that the storm around Steve Harvey has stirred a melting pot of opinions. Some root for him, others criticize, but all are avidly watching this drama unfold. With fans weighing in from all corners, the plot continues to thicken in this celebrity saga. All right, folks, as the curtain falls on yet another drama-packed chapter in the world of celebrity gossip, we're turning the spotlight on you. What's your take on this Steve Harvey saga? Do you believe the rumors, or are you Team Steve all the way? Drop your thoughts.
I'm going to give my opinion on Steve Harvey. I think Steve Harvey is a phony, a fake, a person that puts stuff out there, try to destroy the culture, write books, but you're on your 3rd wife, but you got relationships goals. Get up out of here, man. I ain't Team Steve Harvey. No, sir. Y'all let me know who y'all rocking with in the comment section. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this situation. But I am not, and I mean, I'll repeat, I am not Team Steve Harvey. No, sir.